I think we have all learned a valuable lesson. We should never write any player off, especially someone like Carmelo Anthony. We have all seen what Carmelo Anthony is capable of, as he has proven himself countless of times over the years and will go down in history as one of the most prolific scorers of all time. He has been selected as an All-Star 10 times in his career and has claimed the scoring title back in 2013, averaging 28 points and shooting 45% from the field. On top of that, he has represented his country at 4 Olympic competitions, bringing home 3 gold medals. It's safe to say Carmelo Anthony will be a future Hall of Famer and will always be remembered for what he brought to the game of basketball and how he impacted the game around the world. Before we take a trip down memory lane, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit the like button as well. Anyone that has had the privilege to watch Melo over the years will know he changed the ISO game and brought it to another level. With his Jordan and Kobe-like fadeaways and his one-dribble pull-ups, he was quickly able to make a name for himself in his first few years in the NBA. Standing at 6'8", Melo was able to take smaller or weaker defenders into the post and absolutely annihilate them with his size and speed, blowing past his defenders on a consistent basis. The shot that he has had on lock for his whole career is the mid-post face-up or fade-away, which not many players have had the luxury to have or use. It's funny because anytime he goes into the post, we all know what he wants to do. But the problem is, now entering his 18th season, nobody has been able to stop it. If you give him any space, he'll shoot in your face. And if you get too close to him, he'll take you off the dribble. For the last 6 years of his career at Denver, he averaged 25 points a game and shooting over 45% from the field. That's pretty impressive, especially considering the level of difficulty of his shot selection. After 7 eye-opening seasons at Denver, Carmelo Anthony moves on and becomes the star of the show again in New York, quickly establishing himself, becoming the Knicks' #1 option offensively.
Pocket 6, Carmelo, he's played 36 minutes tonight. In the lane.
During his 7-year spell with the Knicks, he didn't fail to excite the world, as people around the world would tune in to see the Melo show, as he averaged between 20 to 27 points per game during his time there. During this time, he elevated the ISO mid-post game, as the Madison Square Garden would rise anytime Melo began to cross the ball over, sizing his man up and then hitting a heavily contested shot. Melo heading to New York brought back the excitement that New York had been missing for a while, as he led them into the playoffs after a 6-year drought. But during this time, LeBron, Bosh and Wade had decided to team up, making the Miami Heat a force that will go down in history, as well as having the Boston Celtics down the road. In the 2012-13 season, the Knicks were able to make it to the Eastern Conference semi-finals, beating the Celtics in round 1, but losing to the Indiana Pacers. After the Knicks pretty much forced Melo to leave, he took his talents to the Oklahoma City Thunder, teaming up with Russell Westbrook and Paul George. However, we all knew OKC was Westbrook's team, and then they decided to add 2 ISO ball dominant players. I don't know what they expected to happen. I think after Melo's time in New York, people were beginning to become tired of seeing Melo's ISO game and didn't think he was capable of running the show anymore, as he hadn't been winning. And after his 1 year with the Thunder, then moving to the Rockets, it was clear Melo had to change his style of play if he wanted to be a key contributor. Especially with the way the game is evolving and moving away from ISO ball to more ball screens and overall better team play. Maybe if Melo had been winning, things might have been different, as players like LeBron James were and are still very much prominent with the ISO game. And I think it's too risky for a team to just rely on one player to win. As we have seen with the Warriors, they had a whole team that helped each other. It was hard seeing a great player like Melo get treated the way he did, as it is undisputed that he has been a generational player that we'll never forget. Now we have arrived to Melo's current and exciting situation with the Portland Trail Blazers. It's clear that Melo has come to terms with the fact he isn't going to be the main player and has now found other ways where he can still be effective and have a great impact on the team. Melo is a lights out shooter, and the Blazers have used his shooting ability to full effect, as he was a big contributor during the Blazers playoff run, occasionally coming up clutch for them. Melo seems happy to park himself in a corner and knock down threes, and then occasionally post his man up, but the difference is the attention isn't on him. Watching Melo growing up, I always remember how quick his release was, and watching him now, he has found a way to still use that and be effective. His job has been made easier having players like Damian Lillard and CJ McCollum, as he isn't the main player on the scout anymore. I guess the message I'm trying to put across to you all, whether you're an aspiring player or a coach or whatever it is you do, never give up on what you want to do. Now, saying that, you also have to be brutally honest with yourself and understand where you can fit in. I'm sure Melo had to swallow a few ego pills everywhere he went, but he always had confidence in his ability to play the game of basketball. And there is nothing wrong with adapting, because at the end of the day, if we don't adapt, the next guy will come in and take whatever it is that you're working for, because he is better suited for the role. We will all take hits in our careers, but what defines a winner, as Rocky once said, it's not about how hard you hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. And I definitely consider Carmelo Anthony as a winner, not because of what he has achieved or won, but he could have easily retired or quit, but he chose to prove himself to the world. So whatever challenges you're facing, always remember why you started that journey in the first place. Because if a superstar like Carmelo Anthony can get up and keep going, I'm sure you can. I hope you were able to learn a few lessons from this video. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to my channel. I've been Coach Pierce, and I'll see you all next time.